So after installing the R packages, we can install the RStudio IDE with that particular link that we have. Okay. So we'll follow that particular link. So I'm just copy that link and I'm just pasting in the chat box. You all can do that. Somebody is asking like, are there some online compiler available for R? So yes, see, right now we have different different facilities available. Okay, which will provide you, like, if you don't want to install the Oracle database, so you can go to the Oracle site. You can write the SQL queries on it. If you don't want the C compiler to or C++ compiler to have in your system, you can go for the online version of C++ compiler. So all those things you can do. You can also go for R. Okay. But the thing is that R is used for different purposes. So as we know, like R is the data analysis or data processing, data visualizing. We use R. Now putting the data online, whatever data you have, let's say you want to analyze your data, and some of the data are very, what we can say is coming with the non-disclosure agreement from the client, where you cannot disclose the data to online. So it is better to have R in your system. That will be a good idea if you have R in your system. So that's why, as well as there is nothing much you have to do for installing it, right? Is a simple process. So it is very good idea to have the R in your system that you can install. Now to doing the programming with the R package, which is giving you the IDE, but it is good that we have a separate IDE for that. So all of you follow that particular link that I have given into the chat box. It will take you to the RStudio where you can download RStudio. Now here it is talking about the RStudio desktop version, RStudio desktop pro, RStudio server version is also there, RStudio workbench. Now this is the commercial version of the server. This is the commercial version of the desktop. Now we doesn't have to go for that. We'll go for the open source licensing version. That you have to download. You doesn't have to go for the server also. You just have to, the server is required. Let's say we want to access the R from the web browser. So let's say we want to put that particular R in any type of virtual machine which we want to access through the internet. So for that, this is the good way of installing this IDE. Otherwise, all of you follow this IDE. So here you just put the click into the download button. Now after the download, they will give you they will already have the system, so system information. So it is saying that download RStudio for Mac. It has already been what scanned my operating system, that this is my version of it. So we can download that, or you can download from here the RStudio, or you have different operating system. If you have different operating system which is not showing here, then you can download from a separate one. Okay. So for Windows, it is a exe file. For Mac, it is up in the package form. For Ubuntu, it is there, Fedora. R, RPM form, and that way you can just download that. If you want to get the zip file of it and this exe is not installing from that particular source, you can go for the zip. Now it is going to work. So many of you have got your operating system detail here. You just click it here and it will download that RStudio in your desktop. Once it will be downloaded, you can just double click it and install in your system. Now it will automatically find out the directory where your R has been installed, and it will take that particular directory by default for installing it. So you doesn't have to worry about it, just need to install it. Now this IDE, this RStudio IDE is very much uh, a famous IDE for R programming. Okay, it gives different features. We'll see that, and it is very easy to use, and it has many things in one window. So that's why it is very much popular among the R programmers.